The creepiest thing I can think of that happened with me. Well, two things, but this is when I was really young. I was, I think, 12. I was 12 years old, and I got really sick. I had a fever, I wasn't the kind of kid to often get sick. I'm actually pretty good with my immune system. And my mom is a nurse. She's an RN, and she actually doesn't believe in, taking medication at all. I don't know. I think it's a nurse thing.
She would not like me.
I think a lot of nurses, I don't know. I think a lot of people who are in the field just don't believe in medicating. They feel, you get over your immune problems and be done with it.
Okay.
So I got really sick. I was in the house and she had to leave me by myself. And usually she won't do that. And I, at 12 years old, you can be independent, but at the same time, usually it's always good to have somebody in the house to watch because, you could have a super crazy fever, have to go to the hospital. But nah, mom thought I'd be okay. That's how she felt. And so I'm in my bed. Actually, no, I'm in my mom's bed because that was a comfort thing for me. I couldn't even sleep in my own room. I was very weird like that. And I'm sleeping in my mom's bed, and, I'm wrapped up in the covers and the blankets. And it's, I think, the height of my fever. I have about one light on, because I did have a light on in the room, and no other lights. It's kind of like an overhead light. And there's a mirror in back, and there's a mirror in the front, because my mom had these really crazy curio whatevers. And I'm asleep, and I kept kind of tossing and turning and waking up. And at one point, I remember waking up, and I turned over, and there's the door to the long hallway that I always hated going through. I actually used to run down the hallway really fast because I used to always because I felt like there was always something following.
And you stayed in the house?
Because it was only when I was by myself that would happen.
Talk about
and
me.
I thought, I'm a kid, I even at that time I thought, what, I could be tripping. I loved horror films, so I was always watching really scary stuff that would freak me the hell out. So that's what I thought.
Okay.
But anyway, that door leads to the long hallway, and I closed it. I always close the door. I still have a habit of I cannot sleep with an open door. I'm very weird about that. I had the door closed, and I remember waking up, and I just kind of just glanced over. And I don't know how to describe it. You see, just this shadow. But I'm sleepy. Your eyes, if you close your eyes a bit, you can almost feel like you see a shadow anywhere, right?
Okay.
I see the shadow, and at first I'm just looking at it going, oh, okay, there's nothing. I fall back to sleep, and I wake up again. The shadow starts to get broader, like here. So there's a smaller shadow here, and then there's more of a shadow forming on this part. And then I fall asleep again.
See, you falling asleep.
I'm in a fever. Have you ever tried to wake up from a fever?
It's time to go.
Have you ever had a really, really bad fever? Because mine was so bad, I couldn't move properly. You are so lethargic, you can't move, which is even creepier. It's almost it's almost similar to how some people get sleep paralysis.
Yeah, okay.
So it's similar to that, where if the fever's that bad, you can't move. So even if I wanted to jump, run, I couldn't.
Okay.
And so every time I would fall asleep, this was the process. I'd wake up and more of it would form and it would get darker. And then I'd fall asleep. I started seeing a coat. And then and it got taller every single time I kept waking up.
The Grim Reaper.
It's not, don't say that.
That's what it sounds like.
Don't say that. It's not the Grim Reaper.
It's the Grim Reaper.
Oh, no. I'm alive, so no. It didn't want me.
He didn't need you that day.
Didn't want me. But basically, that kept happening throughout the night. And I remember at some point, my mom finally called me. And I remember being on the phone, and I'm half awake, half asleep. I'm like, Mom, there's a man in the apartment. She's just like, what are you talking about? She said, just go to sleep. Go to sleep.
No.
You're fine.
You may be gone when she gets home.
Why do you think the worst?
Because that's scary.
But in the end, I woke up and I was fine. I think I passed through the probably the toughest part of the fever. And to this day, I could still kind of look back and go, okay, well, maybe it was just the fever feverish dreams going on, because people do get, crazy thoughts, crazy ideas. But I was 12. So it is one of those things though that I still remember. A lot of people don't remember the dreams or whatever experiences they had. I still remember that one very clearly. And believe you me, when it was happening, I wanted to like run. I wanted to bolt and be like, screw this, but I can't move. And that's the scariest thing.
That's how people become casualties
in
scary movies.
Scary when you have that kind of paralysis. Like I dread sleep paralysis, which some people really like. That's what it felt like. But I never saw that again. I mean, I've had fevers since, and I haven't seen any crazy, creepy men standing in my bedroom.
Hello, everybody. We are KPOPSavant. I am Brittany, aka Bailey.
And I'm Kristen, aka Cece.
And we are very happy that you guys stuck around for our very real, very emotionally driven ghost story.
But we're not that creepy all the time. We actually have some really lighthearted and fun things called K-pop that we do reactions to and
Cover events.
Yeah, we cover events.
Take videos, do photos.
All that stuff. So you can actually check that out. It's fun. We're often like this, except with a more hyper happy.
If at any point you enjoyed Psy's Gangnam Style, we are your channel. You can check us out at youtube.com/KPOPSavant or check out our website, kpopsavant.com.